This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. It's fight day. Fight night will soon approach. I'm joined by Jack Cullen. We did try to arrange an interview earlier in the week.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
I think I were in bed. About 8 o'clock or something, but yeah, I was fast asleep.
That's fine. Finally got you anyway before your fight. Just a little summary of the weigh-in yesterday. You put your hand out and didn't want to shake your hand, Mr. Yildirim.
Yeah, listen, I've not got nothing against him, and I don't think he should have anything against me at the end of the day. We're fighting each other, and it's all about respect, isn't it? But he didn't really want to know, so I'll leave it to him anyway. I'm not worried about it.
UK fans obviously be very aware of Yildirim, because obviously from years ago he fought Chris Eubank, and then obviously recently was in that fight with Cullen. But I think when the fight was announced between yourself and Yildirim, it was kind of just a random fight that like people were like, hang on, Jack Cullen's fighting Yildirim. It's just, you can understand like people thinking it's just a bit of a random fight. It's a great fight, but it's just a random fight. Yeah. When you say Cullen against Yildirim.
Yeah, definitely a random fight. My manager and my coach rang me up and said, listen, we've been offered Yildirim, what do you think? And I was like, yeah, go for it, why not? There's no reason not to, Like I said, listen, he just come off a lose by Canelo. Canelo, you can't really take anything from that. Canelo's a superstar, isn't he? But listen, at the end of the day, I feel like I've got enough to beat him. So why not fight him? He's going to put me right up there. He's ranked number 20 in the world. So where does it put me once I beat him?
Experience-wise, I suppose if you look at kind of resume of opponents, you'd have to probably concede that his one kind of outweighs your one, with all respect, because of the calibre of opponents he's been with. Not all fights that he's won, but that experience factor, how much is that going to be or play a part potentially tonight?
Not too sure, Listen, at the end of the day, we both near enough had the same amount of fights, and it's about getting in the ring at it. And I feel like I'm good enough. In fact, I know I'm good enough to be beating Yildirim. So it's a perfect fight for me, and it's going to put me right up there, and it's going to open a lot of things for me. Who knows what can come after this? So I'm looking forward to it.
Sorry, Jack. How do you see public perception? People looking at the fight, what do you think they're thinking?
Not too sure, I don't know if they're thinking he's mad for taking it, he's going to smash it. I don't know, all people are different, aren't they? But I just feel like me and my team and everyone who's supporting me feels like I'm good enough to win this fight. So let's get it on.
I know you've got very good people around you in your team, and I'll echo those thoughts of, if they didn't believe you could win this fight tonight, they wouldn't put you in there.
Yeah, of course. I wouldn't be here fighting Yildirim if I didn't think I could beat him. And I'm 100% confident that I'm going to beat him, and I'm going to win. I'm going to win class. I'm going to look good. Like they were going on about Yildirim needs to win this. You know what? He does need to win this if he wants to carry on doing what he does. But I feel like I'm in the same boat. If I need to win this, if I want to push my career, I want to push it too.
Absolutely. The card is stacked, obviously live on the Zone. It's a shame that obviously Conor Benn had tested positive for COVID, so his fight was off the bill. But other than that, your fight, Tommy McCarthy, Billam Smith, Kanzu and Lee Wood, which is another kind of random fight that's on the card. But these are all great matchups.
Yeah, you know what? There's some class fights, and obviously with Conor Benn pulling out, it's put me a little bit higher up on the card. So it's kind of done me a bit of a favour, Obviously, no one wanted Conor Benn to tested positive, but I think they're going to go again in a couple of weeks. Is that right?
Potentially, I think either the 14th, which is not next week's card, obviously the week after that, or potentially on Josh Warrington and Lara's rematch on the 4th of September in Leeds.
Yeah. So hopefully, listen, they'll both sort. We're in a mad place at the minute with all this COVID stuff, and nobody knows if you've got it, you've not got it, And he's coming here, and he's ready. He was ready for the fight. They'll both be ready for the fights, and it's just not meant to be. And like I said, they'll go again them too. But yeah, I'm more than ready for tonight. I'm excited. I've rested up. I've done enough resting, so I'm ready to get in that ring and put on a good performance.
300 select fans who have purchased tickets at £750 at this event tonight. Are there any of your fans that have contributed to that?
Yeah, well, you know what, listen, when I got told at first the £750, I thought, I didn't think anyone would be buying them. They said you've got 25, Jack, and I've done 25 in fact. I think I've done a little bit more, so I'm absolutely buzzing. You know, listen, the lads and that, and everyone who's coming supporting me tonight, I couldn't expect. Listen, it's a lot of money for what they're doing, but they're all there. They're all down here. A lot of them were down here last night, and it's like they're on holiday. They're loving life.
Well, I mean, what I would say is, because there's obviously a really limited amount of tickets, and we know the price is a little bit steep, but I do believe that this fight camp situation here could be a potential kind of one-off after last year's one. Obviously, there was no fans there, but when boxing resumes back to normal, fights may not come in this kind of capacity again. So I suppose if you look at it that way, with a bit of food and drink chucked in, it's all worth it.
Yeah, well, this is it. You know, half of a buzzing that they're in Eddie Ear's back garden. I don't think they're bothered about the tickets. I don't think they're bothered about me. They're just like, yeah, we're in Eddie Ear's back garden, so they're absolutely buzzing for it. So yeah, they're more bothered about being in the back garden than probably watching me.
I'm sure that's not the case, but with a free bar for them, we'll see how that pans out at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, well, I'm glad I'm on at 7 o'clock and not 9 o'clock.
Fair play. Jack, listen, wish you the best of luck tonight. Yeah, like I said, it's a really kind of random but interesting fight, and a win over Yildirim for you can really kind of push you on in your career. A really notable name to have in your career, so we wish you the best of luck, mate.
Yeah, cheers. That's one of them. So thank you to Matchroom DAZN, you know, and Eddie Earn for giving me this shot. And he's like he said, let's give one of his interviews, let's give Cullen a chance. And you know what he is doing? He's giving me a chance, and I'm taking it with both hands because it can put me right up there, and big fights could come next.
Jack, thank you very much. I'll let you get on with the rest of your day, and we'll grab a word of you after your fight tonight.
Nice one. Thank you for this interview. Cheers, pal.